Feller. I'm from upstate New York, and I've been wearing hearing aids for about 3 years. Well, I had gone to some audiologists. I just really didn't think I was a candidate. I was kind of faking it and guessing what people were saying, and it wasn't working. I got the Lexie hearing aids. Well, it's been night and day. Conversations at the family dinner table, watching a movie that I don't have to put on the subtitles for anymore. I get emotional sometimes because you really, if you're missing something and it comes back and you didn't think it was going to come back, that's a gift. And my kids are happier than I am that we were able to discover that again.
What a wonderful story. This is a big deal, so we're going to save you lots of money, but just for a limited time. When we first, as you well know, Brett Hamilton, Brett, we are so grateful for you always.
Oh, thanks.
For whether you're bringing us, you know, whether we're talking music here or whether we're talking about life
or
and
being
not
able to hear music.
Yeah, not really being able to hear, you know, and participate in life and conversations and miss out, you know, in the sweet nothings your grandchildren are whispering in your ear. Brett knows everything there is to know about these. We're going to spend 20 minutes. Hopefully we'll answer your questions. If we don't, there's a ton of stuff for you on QVC.com. This, if I took you through the if purchase separately, in this kit that we put together for you, you're saving $269. This has free shipping and handling. And let me just say, you have 90-day return policy. You got to get it home and get it out of the box and try it. But we're going to show you how very simple it is to do. Then you're going to tell us whether you want to continue, and if you do, then you continue with the 5 easy pays at $160. That means any credit card, and many of you will get to know QVC this way by purchasing Lexie 2 by Bose. 12 easy pays is another option for those of you who have our store card. So for those of you who have our store card, it's 5 easy pays or 12 easy pays at about $66.67, same as cash. Just wanted to get that out of the way, and remember, you have 90 days to be able to go ahead and wear these, use these. We're going to give you absolutely everything. Obviously, we give you the hearing aids. These are rechargeable. We didn't have those in the very beginning. Now we have rechargeable for you. You're going to get the cables that you need. You're going to get different domes, open and closed domes in 3 different sizes, the storage case, more cables, a fitting card. You're going to get, the nice bonus is you're going to get a care kit with this, with 4 cleaning brushes, 16 drying capsules, 16 wax guards, 12 additional open domes, and 12 additional closed domes. You're getting everything. Look at the care kit. Everything that you see here is what you are shopping for with our big deal. Normally the care kit is sold separately, and for you to come back in the future, we will stock the care kit. That's E318688. All right, Brett, with all that said, I think one of the most interesting things, there's a recent NIH website article that stated, based on standard hearing examinations, 1 in 8 people in the U.S. age 12 or older has hearing loss in both ears based on standard hearing testing examinations. There's a lot of it, and that's what we're talking about. If you can't hear the TV, if you, as you always say, if you have someone who sits there and nods in a conversation or looks uninterested, maybe they just can't hear.
Yeah, and I think there was always a stigma that went along with hearing aids too. You know, growing up, there were these big honking devices that people were afraid to wear because the first thought from everybody else, or at least the way you perceive it, was they're old, they can't hear, they're old, they're old, they're old. Well, as you just said, it's not really a matter of age. Mild to moderate hearing loss can happen at any time, and nobody knows why. It could be, you know, something you're born with, it could be your workplace, doesn't matter. And you can either live with that for the rest of your life, just like not wearing glasses, stumbling around all the time, or you can make a difference with something as tiny as this. I mean, when you think about the fact that you can't walk into a grocery store, you can't go to the mall, an airport or whatever, without seeing somebody with something in their ears, well, there you go. That's the answer right there. That tiny little device pops into your ear. And we are talking about the first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer hearing aids. Now, these were developed for adults 18 years and older with what they call perceived mild to moderate hearing impairment. That's important. You're going to pair it with the revolutionary Lexie hearing app so that you can program. You're going to control your B2 hearing aids powered by Bose for clinically proven audiologist quality customization. And Pat, no doctor visit, no hearing test, there's no prescription necessary. You're going to make the setting adjustments yourself. Don't freak out. I'm going to show you how easy that is in real time and real world environments without the help of a hearing care professional, and that's important. B2 hearing aids powered by Bose, developed, of course, by a team of Bose scientists, audiologists, engineers. I call them magicians, you know, with the fact of what they were able to pull off here for this first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer hearing aids. Keep in mind, these are meant to improve your hearing. You're not listening to music. You're not, you know,
taking phone calls.
Yeah, all that stuff. Well, although you can take a phone call now through them, but you're not listening to tunes and all that other stuff. But speech that once sounded mumble, clear, children's voice is now easier to understand. But as you look at this graphic right here, it's very important to compare the left to the right. It's mild to moderate hearing, and not what they call severe or profound. If you have profound hearing loss, you need to go see a doctor and figure out what's going on. I think one of the best indicators, well, right there, the two best indicators to know whether you need a hearing aid or not is exactly what you said at the top. If you've got somebody in your family, or maybe it's you, that during a conversation in a crowded room, everybody can hear what that other person is saying, and you're just nodding. And you go, you know, because I don't want to say what again and again and again. And certainly if somebody in your family, if not yourself, is always turning up the TV like my stepfather did for the longest time, he now has the Lexie hearing aids. And it was a remarkable transition, a remarkable change almost immediately. There is a little bit of a learning or a growing phase that goes along with these, and that's a good thing. That means they're the real deal. It's not like I'm going to put them in and make everything louder. No, it's smart enough, the app is smart enough to clean up the audio around you and kind of do a mix with the real world and what you need help with in the real world. So as you look at this video here, you'll see that there's a lot of technology packed inside here, but you don't need to know how the tech works. Just know that it's going to make a difference. You've got a Bluetooth-enabled hearing aid, Pat, that's rechargeable. So yes, you can now, with the addition of this, you can now actually answer the phone through the hearing aids versus putting the phone up to the hearing aid, but they're rechargeable, so there's no cost to use these after you purchase them. By the way, lifetime customer support for free. These domes are important. You got a small, medium, and large, and an opened and a closed version. I'll explain what that means in a second, but at least a full day, if not more, from the time you charge these and pop them in. You're not going to shower in them. You're not going to sleep in them. You're certainly not going to swim in them. But these processors and these microphones inside here do such a phenomenal job of kind of cleaning up the sound around you, even in a crowded restaurant, Pat. You know, if you and I are sitting at a table, I just want to hear what you're saying. I don't care what's happening behind me or in the kitchen or two tables over. So you're able to jump back and forth between the everywhere mode and the front mode that I'm about to show you in the app. And you can even mute one. You know, you wear them both when you wear them, but you can mute one. The volume, the treble, the bass, all that stuff is manipulated directly from the app itself. And the app does a really cool job of giving you the ability to change on the fly. You know, traditional hearing aids, anybody that has them knows, you go to a doctor, you go to an audiologist, you sit in that quiet room, boop, boop, boop. Okay, I heard everything, now they sound good. And then you go out into the real world.
Right, and it's a different story.
You're like, hang on a second, I wish I could add a little more treble. I wish I could get some bass, some bottom end, and get rid of that at the top end. So once you're able to do that, these real world environments, which we're about to show you in this little simulation video, can be affected simply by pulling your phone out of your pocket. Nobody's going to know you're playing with your hearing aids and think you're answering a text message or you're reading an email. This video does a really nice job of kind of letting you hear what your world sounds like now and what it could sound like, but nothing compared to the real thing. In the meantime, check this out.
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps.
Hey, honey, do you hear that? It sounds like a pair of cardinals. Where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them. Oh, I think they're coming.
Looking for our beer specials? So tonight, in addition to our usual lineup of IPAs, we've got some great There's a pale ale from one of our local brewers. It's very crisp and citrusy, if that's what you're into.
Imagine the difference this is going to make. You know, USA Today actually in 2022 declared this is the best over-the-counter hearing aid. Lexie was awarded one of Time's most influential companies of 2023. So you're getting the Lexie B2 powered by Bose. So you know the power behind all of those brands, each of those brands. Let me tell you what you're actually going to get. You're going to get the hearing aids, and they are right and left. They have the rechargeable case with them as well. Going to get all the cables that you need, so you don't have to worry about that. And to get you started, you're going to get the open and closed domes in 3 different sizes, the storage case, more cables, and then the care kit, sort of like the bonus that you get with it, with 4 cleaning brushes, 16 drying capsules, 16 wax guards, 12 additional domes, and 12 additional open, or I should say 12 open, 12 closed domes. Here's the deal. That, if purchased separately, is over $1,000. Our big deal, and we really haven't done this for a while.
Yeah.
The big deal price dropped it under $800, so you're saving $269 if I compare the if purchased price to that big deal price, and that will only be available for a limited time. At QVC, normally we can give you 30 days to try something. We are giving you 90 days, and we can do bill to, ship to. You can use any credit card, 5 easy pays, but if you have our store card, you have that option of 5 easy pays, but you also can pay for these over a year. So tell us what you need. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Brett, there's so much more to talk about, the battery life, how long it lasts, but please continue.
Well, I know we don't have a ton of time, but I want to show you, I do want to show you what is the most impressive feature of this entire technology, and that is the ability to be able to manipulate and kind of fine-tune your hearing aids from anywhere. Now, you don't have to carry a tablet or a phone with you to actually enjoy the hearing aids, but in order to be able to change what they do, you do. So I'm going to show you on an iPad because it's a bigger screen, looks cooler on TV, but you can do this on a phone as well. Think of this like your car radio. You pop your hearing aids in. Once they're on, the app will come to life, and the app, just like a car radio, starts with the volume. Put the volume to a comfortable level. I recommend either having a conversation with somebody while you're doing this or sit in front of the TV. Get it to where it should be so that you don't have the TV blaring. Put the TV at the normal level, so to speak. Put the volume to a comfortable level, and now we start to manipulate the highs and the lows. If your world sounds really muddy, and you want to clean it up like this, just increase the treble. Simple as that. Don't tell me that you can't do this with your phone, because you do text messages and emails all the time. So this is even easier than that. If there's too much high end and you need some bottom end, you need some low end, you bring it down like a car radio and you add the bass. If it just did that, Pat, that's pretty impressive, but it gets cooler. Many of you don't realize that you don't hear as well in one ear as you do the other. My right ear is not as strong as my left ear. I had no idea why, but it's not. So I go like that. And now I have balance in my brain. I've got balance in my head, and I did that on my phone. You saw in the video that you can mute the left or the right. We recommend wearing both, even if you don't need it in both ears. Finally, something pretty wild, the ability to be able to save the settings. So maybe when you listen to the TV or you're on the phone or whatever, it's a certain setting, too much treble, too much bass, whatever it might be, and then you can actually name them. So I built one that says dog walk, which is kind of weird because I have 2 cats, but you get the idea. So that now, you know, maybe there's a little bit more awareness, there's a little bit more high end, so that if you're walking the dog, you don't have to worry about somebody coming up behind you or stepping into oncoming traffic or whatever it might be. So that right there really is revolutionary. These were the first, as they say, FDA cleared over-the-counter hearing aids, and that's why Lexie has had the success that they've had, and they've earned all these awards, and they are the #1 over-the-counter hearing aid. But without all of this, you go, okay, well, what if I just keep going? What if I just keep going through life and faking it? Why? Right? I get it. The 500-pound gorilla is the $800, and I know that that's an investment. We got my stepfather, before we got him Lexie hearing aids long ago, traditional hearing aids that I believe were $5,500. Oh. That he wore for maybe 6 months, and they're sitting in a drawer someplace, if he even still has them, because they didn't do what he needed them to do. They didn't have the versatility, and this
they frustrated him.
Yeah, and this man is in his mid-80s, and he is savvy enough to pull out his phone when he's in a different environment and a little more trouble and a little more volume. And I think that you can do that at any age, right? We may not be savvy enough to handle all the tech out there, but this is like playing a video game. This is not technology. This is technology made easy.
It's simple.
It's simple.
And you cannot see them. I mean, unless somebody was really, really
Would never
looking
know.
for them.
I mean, I just,
yeah,
I mean, can you
and
show
you
that
wouldn't
one more
even
time?
know. I mean, there you can see. I just popped that in, and you really cannot even